It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Tuesday, the 25th of June. I'm Michael Groff. An active night across the area last night with a little bit of everything here in the valley. We had some gusty winds, blowing dust, thunder, lightning, and yes, rain. Most everyone saw some measurable precipitation last night, and in a few cases, actually pretty decent amount of rain. Of course, the question is, will we see any more today, tonight, the rest of the week, or this weekend? Is that it for the monsoon for a little while? We'll talk about all of it as we dive on in and discuss. First, let's check out that almanac from yesterday. 112 degrees was the afternoon high. 89 was the low that occurred last evening with those thunderstorms. 106 and 81 are the averages for this time of year, and officially in the bucket at Sky Harbor International Airport, 1/100th of an inch of rain. Now, I know that doesn't sound like much, and it isn't, but at least it's measurable rain. We'll take what we can get. Looking outside right now, just after 1 o'clock, we've got mostly cloudy sky, 99 degrees at Sky Harbor, but it's steamy out there with that dew point up at 65, relative humidity 33%, a light wind, the barometer falling. Checking out 24-hour rainfall totals, sort of show you what happened with last night's storm. And yes, most everybody saw something. Now, not everybody, of course. There were some of you that somehow the rain missed you, but rain amounts generally varied from a few hundredths of an inch on a pretty wide basis, especially across the central portion of the valley. But if you were in the northern, northwest valley, yes, some of you saw anywhere from 1/2 to almost 3/4 of an inch of rain. Sky Harbor, 1/100th of an inch. Arcadia, 51/100ths of an inch. Out toward the West Valley, out here toward Goodyear and Avondale, yeah, there was anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain. So again, a decent amount of precipitation. Not bad for the first, I would say, major storm, if you want to call it that, of our monsoon season thus far. And a few of you also saw some wind damage, at least some minor wind damage and all of that too. So there was a bit of everything. Now, the upper level weather pattern across the nation really hasn't changed much over the last 24 hours. We still have this big heat ridge that extends over much of the southern tier of the United States. And the flow aloft here across the area is still east-southeasterly, and that's going to keep moisture coming on in. But the atmosphere is somewhat worked over from last night's storms. We have clouds around and a lot of convective inhibition. So I just don't think we're going to get a really good push of showers and thunderstorms in here tonight. That said, isolated storms are still going to be possible. I think the better chances will be over the higher terrain, so we can't completely take the rain chances out of our forecast for today or tonight, and it's just going to be muggy in this kind of a setup. But as we go forward, troughing will move into the Pacific Northwest, knocking this ridge down a bit and giving us somewhat drier air later this week. But the moisture shouldn't move too far out of here. The watch warning map, we've got those heat advisories and excessive heat warnings. The Gulf Coast and a bunch of the southern and central plain states. North of Arizona, up around the Great Salt Lake, heat an issue as well. Convective outlook for today, the standard slight risk of severe storms extends from the Black Hills of South Dakota eastward into parts of Ohio and through a good portion of the plain states. For us in Arizona, yes, we're in the green. Thunderstorms are possible, again, even here in Phoenix today, but it's a fairly low-end risk. And while we don't anticipate any organized severe weather, as you know, anytime in the monsoon season, we could always get an isolated severe storm. All right, precipitation outlook valid through Tuesday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, not much. If we see anything, generally under 1/10 of an inch. But some heavier rain could be found across east, central, southeast Arizona, anywhere from 1/2 inch, an inch, maybe 1 to 2 inches in some spots. And every time we show you this graphic, I always remind you your amount will vary. Let's get into what's going on with this forecast in more detail. To do that, we explore the models, see what they say. Here we go. This is the GFS. It is the 12Z run valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon, and it's the same story. High pressure's in control, kind of an east-southeasterly flow aloft, albeit fairly light, similar to what we saw yesterday and what it means down at the surface for the rest of the day, today and this evening. We'll call it partly sunny. High temperatures this afternoon, topping out around 103 to 107. And I know we could actually get a little bit warmer than that, but that's how it's looking right now. Scattered showers and storms across northern Arizona. An isolated shower storm is still possible here in the southern part of the state, although, again, The atmosphere is kind of worked over. And even if it wasn't, we have a decent amount of convective inhibition here. It's going to be hard for air parcels to get up there and really form the deep layered showers and convection that we want to see. Nevertheless, again, we cannot rule out completely an isolated storm this afternoon or overnight tonight. Speaking of tonight, again, an isolated storm possible, partly cloudy. It'll be warm and muggy, though. Lows, low 80s to low 90s. Tomorrow, I'd say mostly sunny to partly cloudy, hot, highs 107 to 111, and we're pretty much going to keep going with that for the rest of the week with a decreasing chance of showers and storms on Thursday and Friday, with high temperatures pretty close to 110 on both of those days. Going into this weekend, there is forecast uncertainty. Across the northern tier of the U.S., kind of an active wavy pattern, and that serves to displace our ridge somewhat. But signs that the ridge tries to build back in for this weekend, giving us hot temperatures and some return flow out of the southeast for widely scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly in the afternoon and evening hours. A few of those storms will make it into the lower deserts potentially. So, given that we cannot completely keep rain chances out of the forecast, I would say your best chance of finding them in the Phoenix metro area, the overall area, metro area, would be over in the East Valley. But just about anybody, I guess, conceivably could see a shower or storm. High temperatures for Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That should generally be in about the 108 to 111 bracket, maybe 112, somewhere in there. All right, let's go to a week from today. This is Tuesday, the 2nd of July, and another trough coming into the Pacific Northwest. And again, there's some model spread out here. It looks like we'll still see at least a low-grade monsoon forecast in effect if that verifies, with widely scattered, mainly afternoon and evening showers and storms. High temperatures would likely be somewhere in the 106 to 110 range if this is right, going out 10 days. This is Thursday, the 4th of July. And 4th of July looks somewhat quiet here. Again, widely scattered late afternoon and evening showers and storms around. Probably not a whole lot for us in this setup, but storm chances wouldn't be completely out of the picture here. And it'll be still pretty warm with upper heights around 591 to 594 decameters. Fairly good bet we'll have highs anywhere from about 106 to 110 if this works out. Could be a degree or two hotter. We'll have to see. Looking at rainfall for Phoenix off the GFS ensemble. And this is going to go out through the 9th of July. The ensemble mean is a little under a half an inch. The control member is higher than that. But every member indicates measurable rain, and that's an encouraging sign. European ensemble not quite as bullish. So again, I do believe there'll be opportunities for precipitation, but probably not many over the next few days. But next week could turn out to be a little bit better. I guess we'll just have to see how that ridge sets up. We don't see any signs of a real great day, a robust day for monsoon activity anytime soon, however. Looking at temperatures off the national blend of models, not record-breaking at least. I mean, the record high for today is 120. The record high for tomorrow, 122. We won't be anywhere near that. But we will be up around the 108, 109, 110 range for the foreseeable future. It's just going to be hot with occasional periods of muggy weather and at least a chance of showers and storms on a few days. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell. Leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really like what we do here and you want to support us monetarily, click that thanks icon below the video or donate to me directly via PayPal. Groffshow@gmail.com is the email address. That's GROFFshow@gmail.com for PayPal. All right, the executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my OAO, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of that same name. Sweet Child Arizona talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Check out all of her other endeavors, all linked up down in the description. And check out our streaming station. Yes, our music station. It is available 24/7, 365. It's called KMGX. We play a ton of music and have a lot of fun with that. Highly encourage you to give that a listen as well. That's also linked up in the description. All right, thank you guys so much for watching and all of your continued support. So greatly appreciated. Please be safe. Stay cool, stay hydrated out there. Have yourselves a beautiful rest of your Tuesday.